Hello, hello, Corinna, and everyone else. You are perfectly on time. Um, yeah, it's starting at 9:30 now because I over the weekend I needed more time to get my kids to bed, and it was just kind of more convenient. It was always a bit of stress before. It's like, oh, come on, you're gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna go live stream, and now it's like 9:30 p.m. is a good time to have the kids asleep. But things are changing because now it's daylight savings. So if you're joining from the States, then it's going to be what's the time? It's an hour later. So it's like an hour and a half later. So my apologies, but I'm here and we are about to draw Babak together, who I found on the Museum by Sketchy app. And apparently he's been on that app for even longer than I have, which was really cool. And super cool photo. We're focusing on shadow shapes today, and I'm going to try and keep it to 10 minutes. This week, all week, I'm going to try and do 10-minute drawings, okay? And we will see what happens. Babak is a professional tattoo artist, and for the past 26 years has owned his own shop in Memphis called Eternal Flame Tattoo Studio, and also does wood carving. How cool is that? So thank you so much, Babak, for your wonderful face. Thank you to all of you who are here live. Where can you find out what time it starts every day? If I was organized. Oh, tomorrow it's going to be starting 10 minutes later than it started today. Because tomorrow is Tuesday, and every Tuesday I host a 2-hour live portrait sketch session, and you should come, each one of you. I'm talking to you. The link is in the description. It's 4:30 Eastern right now. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, everyone who's here. Corinna, Ike, Oliver, Kiki, Anastasios, Liz, Rachel, Lisbeth, Beata, Adam, Barbara. It's so good to have you here. Thank you so much for being here. A few of you haven't said hello yet in the chat. I would love you to. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's draw Babak in 10 minutes, focusing on shadow shapes. If you have questions, ask them in the chat, and you can just have conversations about angel cake and devil's food cake and any kind of cake you like. Have a conversation about anything in the chat. Lewis is here, and Cindy. Jess is here. Hello, Jess. I just saw you on Instagram. Jess and I used to hang out weekly on Tuesdays during lockdown times, and it's been 5 years of Tuesday sketching every day. Everyone should come because it's so much fun. Even when it's not lockdown, it's still lots of fun. Here's a necklace I'm wearing today that Holly gifted me. Just thought I'd show you that. Let's draw. So 10 minutes with Babak. Shadow shapes is my thing today. I'm going to use graphite because I was like, well, I want to use pencil, but I want it to be I want to be able to be pretty dark and expressive with it. And I'm going to try and stick to my 10 minutes today. So I have a 6B pencil here. I have my blending stump. I don't know if I can use them both at the same time, so I'm not going to try. Bonus of being on Discord is getting notifications when the awesome streams are happening. Join Discord. Check out on Discord. I'm sharing all of the references. Thank you for that, Rachel. I'm sharing all of the references on Discord. Sometimes I share them just before I start the live stream. But if I'm a bit more organized, I share it a couple of hours before and say, this is when I'm streaming today. So let's draw 10 minutes. Jess, wow, 5 years. Congratulations. Yes. Go to my Tuesday meetups, everyone. They are so much fun. I miss you, Jess, but I love seeing you on Instagram on stilts and looking amazing with all of your amazingness. It's nice to know that you're out there. All right, 10 minutes. Shadow shapes. We're focusing on shadow shapes at the moment. So I'm just going to get right into this because it's just 10 minutes. I'm going to try and stick to it. I've been teasing 5 minutes for a little while. But since I've been doing some like 40-minute live streams, I thought it might be a bit gentler to go to 10 minutes before pushing 5 minutes. We'll see. Let's see how we can go with this timing. So on Tuesdays, we sketch between 30 seconds and 6 minutes, and it's really cool. And we pose for each other live and give each other prompts and tell stories, and it's really great. And yeah, because of the time change now, there will be, wherever you are, the session will still be starting at the time it always has, except because most of the states, I think, in the States have changed time. Jane is going to be hosting the pre-game session. So you'll be able to tune in at your regular time, or at 7:30 p.m. German time, draw with me. So Jane will be hosting for the first hour. If you want, that could mean 3 hours of live portrait sketching in Zoom. Super fun. Look at this shadow shape business here. Look at that. Hi Maya. Nice to have you here. Wow. I'm just by setting that time limit, I feel like I'm getting more done than when I'm just like 10 minutes and let's see what happens, and then another 10 minutes and another 10 minutes. But this is, yeah, just go for it. So it was really nice connecting to Babak today. Turns out, he's been on Sketchy. He said since 2014. I didn't even know Sketchy had been around that long. I've been on Museum by Sketchy since 2016, which is like so cool. I know Jess from there as well. And all right, that's enough shapes. 2.5 minutes in to start putting down some shadow stuff. That's what I'm going to do now. I feel called, because there's so much shadow. I feel like it'd just be good to put some graphite down. And as I was sketching, I'm just kind of thinking, okay, this is my shadow shape, this is my light shape. Once I come in, hatching, I kind of know where I want to put that. And this will be nice. It'll give me some graphite to push around. So this necklace that I'm wearing, you can't see because it's under my beard. I can put it on top of my beard. Holly made. And Holly put on a theatre show for us. Holly is 6. And before going to bed, she had set up with all of her toys a paradise. And then it was theatre, and we all got to come and watch, and we had tickets she made. This was my ticket that she made, a custom ticket for me. That's me. And everyone was drawn on their ticket. And then we got to watch her theatre show, which was very intuitive. It was an impro, Holly playing with toys. And at the end of the show, she gave us all a necklace. And it was beautiful. Thank you, Holly. I was thinking I should wear this necklace forever, all the time. But maybe she'll want it back. I don't know. What's up in the chat? How precious. Yes. It is nice. She likes attention. And who doesn't? In various ways. And this is a way that she found to put on a show where she gets all this positive attention, because she doesn't mind if it's not positive attention. It's just about having attention. And sometimes there's some real intense attention that she gets. And this time it was just a captivated audience. We applauded her and she was very happy, and we were all happy. Still got 4.5 minutes. time is just so elastic. Like some of the recent live streams when I've gone for half an hour, I'm like, I remember those 5-minute sketches, 5-minute live streams where I was like, whoa, 5 minutes, done. That's it. And then some of them recently have been like half an hour in and like, I could just keep going. So it's really interesting to just by, I feel, and I've found, and I've practiced it a lot because I've been doing the Tuesday sessions for 5 years straight. But just by going in knowing, okay, I'm gonna stick to this time limit, and then it's really interesting what that can do. Just focusing on different things and making different choices about how to express things. And there's, definitely it encourages like a kind of looseness, which there are different ways to go about it. And that's so cool because my Tuesday sessions are not instructed, although everyone is free to ask questions. Everyone just comes and draws however they want to draw, or paints, or cuts out portraits with scissors. Everyone can participate however they like. And it's really a space for experimenting and practicing and and I vary in the media and approaches that I use during those sessions, and it's it's really interesting what can happen in a very brief space of time. Sometimes the 2-minute portraits are I feel like spot on. My phone is having a moment, so dinner might be burning. Uh-oh. Whose dinner? Barbara's dinner? Save your dinner. There we go. I haven't even used the blending stump yet. Here we go. So the blending stump is such a cool tool. You can just use it to really briefly push around the pigment that's already on the page, and it really unifies the shadow shapes. Oops, you can kind of erase the highlights back into it, since I kind of not too carefully just went right over there. And you can also, borrow the graphite that you put down with the blending stump. You can, here, we can get some definition to that highlight shape. Just put some shadow on the outside of it, just by using the graphite that we've already grabbed from the rest of the drawing. All right, and there's I've got a minute left. Layer of pretty clear shadow shapes now, and with the remaining minute we can choose what shapes, what contours, what marks to really emphasize, what's going to be a nice way to wrap up this brief portrait session. Of course, rubbing over all of the line work makes it all kind of dissolve. So we can choose to go back in and re-establish some of the lines to give a bit of definition and focus to certain areas. So thank you all for being here. I love drawing with you every day. It used to be once a week on Tuesdays, and now it's every day. And I really love being here every day. For all of you, whether it's your first time here, or you've been sticking with me every day or watching the replays, say hi in the comments of the replay too. It's really great having you here. Thank you for being here. Fanny packs. I draw, but I find I'm never satisfied, which puts me off. How much drawing have you done? Because I have also done a lot of drawing that I was unsatisfied with. And I after doing lots and lots and lots of drawing, it depends like what you're going for. If you're going with the focus and you're like, I want to really briefly capture shadow shapes today, for example, then you kind of have a focus of what you're doing. But if there's no focus, no intent, it can be cool just to play around and sketch. But maybe sometimes I find for me, whenever I'm giving unsolicited advice, I'm talking about myself, okay? And if there's anything in that for you, then that's great. But yeah, just to be like, okay, I'm going to do this time, or I'm going to try and do this. Or I just find a reference where I'm just like, whoa, this is so cool, and I just have to draw this. Yeah, so the thing of like, how much drawing have you done is like, I had these ideas that I see lots of art that I like, and I would like to like my own art, and I didn't for a long time because I just hadn't done much drawing. And I have no idea what your wealth of experience is. But the brief sketching like this, I'm going to stop now. That was 10 minutes and a bit. The brief sketching just like sets this time frame. It's done. If I'm happy with it at the end of it, good. If I'm not, it was only 10 minutes. I can just do something else to make myself feel better. or I just keep going and grab another one. Grab a new reference and just keep drawing. Like, I have found that just the quantity of doing lots of brief sketching has given me the experience of looking at so many different faces and doing so many drawings in a relatively brief amount of time. It's not like I have in the past done paintings where it took like over a month to do one painting, and at the end I was dissatisfied and didn't feel finished. And that, that's an experience. But if you can do it, if you can kind of change the way you're practicing for a while, in a way that potentially can liberate you from the feeling of having to be satisfied, because it's like, even if it's a 2-minute sketches, like a page full of a whole bunch of 2-minute portraits, be like, well, I can't do anything in 2 minutes anyway, so it doesn't matter what I do. And then you just start sketching, and then that may become like the liberating fun thing of like, oh, I'm surprised how much fun I'm having with these 2-minute drawings. That was the experience that I had. And I've made it a weekly part of my life. You're welcome, Fanny Packs. Thank you for that username. Thank you for that statement. It wasn't a question, but it was something good to kind of bounce off of and talk about. And I encourage you all to, in this and in future streams, just say stuff that I can respond to in the chat. It's really great to interact with you. Thank you for being here. Oh, Adam, this is the first time you're here live. Adam has been drawing along, sharing his work on the Museum by Sketchy app, and Babak is on the Museum by Sketchy app. So I'll be posting and attaching it to the reference photo, and I'll just tell you Babak's username over there. Yeah, so cool. Like, I saw you there, your little profile picture, Adam, in the chat, and I was like, of course Adam's here, but it's the first time. That's so cool. So Babak, oh no, it's Ronan_Memphis actually is his username. Ronan_Memphis on the Museum by Sketchy app. Oh yes, Corinna, amazing, thank you. If you made it all the way to the end, or you just joined at the end, put a drawing hand emoji in the chat or in the comments, so then I know that you've watched it all to the end, and I get to feel this drawing hand sense of connection. Thank you so much, Corinna, for prompting me. It's amazing. It's so cool that I don't have to remember to say it anymore because people start posting them. Anastasios, thank you. How to fill in shadow shapes with a parallel pen. That we will do that on the next spread. Okay, this is going to be my pencil spread, and it's going to be similar, so that's interesting. That also wasn't a question, was it? There's no question mark, but it started with a how, so it could be a question. But yes, similar but different to yesterday's, like with this kind of vertical hatching. That's something I would do. If it's really dark, then I like block it in with thick hatching. I don't know if I have any if we're not wetting it, I haven't actually really done much of it in this. This I feel like could be done more successfully. Like this could go a lot darker, but this is not the parallel pen, but a similar kind of pen. This has like a little bit maybe, but I also use water with this. But in the next spread, I would do a parallel pen portrait with here we go. Something like this perhaps. Tasim. Here we go. This is not parallel pen, but it is a calligraphy pen. And this one. So I didn't live stream these ones though. These were private. The first spread was private. So in the next spread, which will probably be next week, we'll get around to that. I'll do some of that, Kiki. Lewis, normally you feel like you can do much better, very self-critical of yourself, and you have a lot of experience, but sometimes I want to throw away what I do. I guess Dylan sometimes feels it too. Yes, sometimes even after a live stream, I just sit down and be like, why isn't that better? And it's interesting when sometimes, like maybe you've been here for the streams, where in 5 minutes I'm like, whip out something and I'm like, oh, this is good. And it only took 5 minutes. And then I can draw for 40 minutes and be like, this does not have any of the energy and the excitement of like that 5 minute one. It doesn't feel finished. It doesn't feel that good. And it's just interesting how flexible that can be. So yeah, Lewis, I feel you. I love your work. I love everything you share. It's really cool. Adam, it's the same amount of time, but it's so much different drawing live versus the replay. Cool. That's interesting. What's different about being here live? The Flourishing Artist, what a beautiful account name. First time here, enjoy the quick sketch session. Don't really do a lot of drawing, but we'll try and add to your daily schedule. So cool. I would love to have you here as often as you can be or watch the replays. And that being said, there is a Discord server. This is turning into a... Yeah, the live stream is more than twice as long as the drawing, but that's okay. So I have a Discord server where I share... Well, I'll put Babak back over here. I share all of the... So I'm doing these curated reference selection, and I share them in the Discord server, and people post their work in the Discord server. I love seeing it, so please do post over there. 283 of us in the Discord server now. And here's the link to the Discord server. Yes, able to interact. And the 10-minute time limit, yeah, if it expands out or if it's different, like, and you're not as bound to the live experience of like, let's do it together, then it becomes a different thing. But I hope the replays are also wonderful and enjoyable for people as well. Liz is a big fan of Lewis's work. There's more pressure live and we're able to interact. Yes, thank you so much for being here, everyone. So the Flourishing Artist, time-wise, things are a bit flexible at the moment. So this was 9 Central European time every day. Now it's 9:30, but there's going to be a daylight savings shift. But I will schedule the streams. So if you check in on my YouTube channel, I hope you're subscribed and you liked this video, this live stream or the replay. I'll schedule the next stream and you'll be able to see upcoming live streams. And there it should show you the time. And I also post daily on Instagram in my stories to say what time I'm going to be drawing. So check that out as well. And thank you again and again, Babak. Sorry, I put you in focus and then I pulled you back off the side of the page. Here is my drawing. Thank you everyone for being here. I can't wait to see your versions of this portrait. And I'll see you here again tomorrow. And please join the Zoom session if you want to. We'll be sketching for 2 hours and then do a live stream on top of it. So we'll be warmed up and ready to sketch.